most of its known history, Catalina never supported large grazing animals. Ironically, humans have introduced livestock which have placed negative selection pressures on the island's endemic plants.
We have an interesting situation on Santa Catalina Island where large herbivores have been introduced into our fragile ecosystem. Goats, pigs, cats, at one time cattle and sheep. So we have a long history of overgrazing, and we're now seeing a selection pressure where some of the non-native plants have a genetic advantage over our rare native and endemic plants.
In addition to unique selection pressures, scientists have noted another factor at work in isolated populations, a force called genetic drift. In one example, known as the founder effect, a chance event, such as an ocean squall, suddenly moves a segment of a population from one environment into another.
The founder effect occurs when a small group, a part of a larger population, colonizes a new area. The consequences of the founder effect are that the new population, the colonists' population, is genetically different from the original parent population. As a result of that, this sets the stage for further evolutionary divergence between the new and the old populations.
To ensure speciation, the genetic changes produced by natural selection and genetic drift must be preserved by reproductive barriers which prevent gene flow between the diverging species.
Now, species have adaptations, or the members of species have adaptations that prevent them from mating with the wrong kind of individuals. In other words, with individuals of different species. These properties are called isolating mechanisms.
Isolating mechanisms are often revealed in animal behavior. For example, the mating of many seabirds begins with a unique dance of courtship, recognized only by a member of the same species. Temporal or time-based isolation offers another reproductive barrier. For example, in lower latitudes, these purple sea urchins spawn in early spring, while their nearby cousins, the red sea urchins, reproduce in early winter. This isolation in time prevents the two from interbreeding and protects the integrity of each species. But on Catalina, many endemic plants and animals have not yet evolved strong reproductive barriers, making them vulnerable to unwanted interbreeding.
For instance, one of the problems we have on Catalina is that the Catalina mahogany, a rare endemic, hybridizes with another species of mahogany on the island, and that's a threat to the Catalina mahogany.
To protect these unique species, naturalists like Misty Gay are constantly monitoring this environment and removing outside influences.
I'm really proud of how much we've accomplished, the reduction of the feral animals and the reduction of some of the alien plants, but we have a long way to go.
Biologists view evolution as the study of genetic change over time. In some cases, only a few generations are required to evolve a new form of life. In most cases, we must look into the far distant past to find evidence of evolutionary change. Through this continuing process, populations ensure their survival and generate the astounding diversity of life.